Shawsy, ultimately a difficult 1-0 defeat to take right at the death against Tamworth this afternoon. How do you reflect on that?
Yeah, obviously there's chins on the floor for a few minutes in there, and it is tough to take. But look, I think over the balance of the game, we've said it in there that they were probably the better side over the 100 minutes, which I have got to say I don't know how we've played 100 minutes. It's not the reason that we've lost the game, but neither physios had to go on. They've one of their lads has sat down for a short spell, but again, we're playing a lot of minutes. We're playing with a patched up side. We've got a lot of lads at the top end of the pitch on the treatment table. I've obviously come off with a slight tweak today, so there's a lot of frustrations. There's a lot of things that have kind of conspired against us. We've been a bit unfortunate, and the goal at the end, straight away one of the lads holds their hand up, says my man scored. And the timing of the goal is obviously the kick in the teeth, but look, they're at the top of the league for a reason. They're an organised side, they're strong, they've got a way of playing, they don't deviate from that, and they've got probably their reward at the end. It would have been great for us to get that third clean sheet on the spin and a good point against the side at the top of the league, but wasn't to be. And we get to dust ourselves down and go again into a derby on Tuesday, so big game for us to bounce back in.
And just touching back on, obviously Tamworth top in the table, and as you mentioned, the style of play and the way they hold out through their games and sort of try to pick on their strengths going forward is ultimately done them beneficial. But to sort of like concede in stoppage time of the second half, saying one of the lads is holding the hands up, lost the man, what can that sort of concentration levels sort of be picked up on going into Tuesday, knowing that we've got to bounce back?
Yeah, look, they do play that way, but they're not the only team in the league that play that way. They're not going to be the only team that these lads come up against. We've played against teams like it in the past, and we've worked our socks off as a team to prevent them from getting opportunities, to prevent them from getting the things that they do thrive off. We've dealt with the throw-ins, we've dealt with the set pieces, we've dealt with the long balls. We just really haven't played our own game. That's the crux of what we need to do is focus on ourselves. We can't really just focus on them and say, well, they do this, they do this. We know what they're going to do, but we needed to be a little bit better in possession. We had a tiny spell in the first half, even a shorter spell in the second half. But look, we can't get up the pitch when we're struggling for bodies. We're struggling for our physical players, our strikers, our big boys. They're on the treatment table at the minute, and we're gonna. Hopefully we'll have to look out there. We'll have to try and maybe bring somebody in if possible for Tuesday, or to obviously strengthen that area of the pitch. But look, when you do concede a goal like that, it does focus your mind. It does. Like I know what the lads are like. It's easy to walk in a change room, and I've been in there when managers will say what happened, and somebody will go, I don't really know. Don't want to stand up in front of your mates and say it to me. Well, that's the kind of character we've got in there. Straight away, I think it's my man. I could have been there. I could have done this. Everybody's hurting from it, and it's a double kick in the teeth when it's that timing of the game. But as I said, over the course of the game, they put us under a lot of pressure. We dealt with it for a hell of a long time, which makes it hurt as probably double, and we lose the point that we thought we'd earned. But look, like I said, we've got 3 days. The lads will think about it for a little bit, and then they'll have to let it go. That's what we've kind of said to them. Look, shrug it off. We have to go again. We have to be ready. It's a derby on Tuesday. It's a great game to play in. Darlow have got their own troubles. Obviously down near the bottom of the league, and they've changed management. So it's a great game for us to bounce back in, and I'm sure they're all looking forward to it.
Is that just all obviously aligned to mindset as you've just touched on there? Mentioning Darlow, obviously haven't had the best of starts bottom of the table, but in these sort of fixtures, derby games form a bit of a cliche, but it goes out the window.
Yeah. Look, doesn't matter. We've got 2 lines of thought, and it's you have to be like that. You talk about when you have success and failure. You don't get too high, you don't get too low, and it's the exact same when you look at a league table. There's nobody in the league that scares us. Nobody. But you have to respect everybody. Like we looked at Tamworth today, top of the league, and thought we can win this game without a doubt. With what we've got, we can win the game. Hasn't been that way. We look at Darl at the bottom of the league and say, oh well, we'll roll them over. You can't say that, because as you say, 1, it's a derby, and 2, they've just changed the management. But it's again the actual derby atmosphere, the fact that it's Darlow and it's local. That's a great game to go and play in when you've just had a kick in the teeth like that, and that's what we have to get across, and that's what they'll do. Like, look, this bunch of lads have bounced back. We had a little bit of a dodgy run, which actually was in the cup. Other than that, in the league, we're where we are for a reason. We're in the fringe of the playoffs, we're in and about there, and we're doing it on a skeleton thin squad with pretty much all our forward lads on the treatment table. So, you know, hopefully they'll be back relatively soon, and that's just round the corner. We cling to where we are, we keep trying to play and win the games, we have to keep playing our way, believe in the way we do things. And as I say, those maybe point that we could have earned, the odd loss that we've had, they turn our favour, we'll be fine. Yeah, I just want to literally say before we go, the lads have obviously, we train up here, the weather in the northeast as we've just had. Just want to say a quick thanks from the lads in the changing room to the supporters club. So the lads turn up at Wensleydale, it's freezing cold, it's windy. The supporters club have put us together a little package to buy us some training gear. So the lads have now got the training pants and some warmer gear for the winter. Unbelievable. So I just wanted to say thanks to them before we shut the interview.
Actually, just finally sort of touching on that as well. Special mention going out to Peter Henderson and everyone who's chipped in to get the pitch in a playable condition today.
Yeah, exactly. And you look at what's gone off over the country and the weather up here, and we've seen all the videos and they're all over. I've had messages from people saying, the weather in the northeast. So yeah, the effort that's gone into getting the game on today, especially by Peter, but by everybody, unbelievable. And as I said, that's the kind of club, we know what we're at, where the supporters play such a big part, and the lads literally rocking up to them windy nights at Wensleydale, and the supporters have bought them a pair of pants each, and with rain jackets and stuff. So it doesn't go unnoticed.